Super Bowl week always bring back great memories for you?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Well, I'd rather be on the other side of the craziness.
You don't like all this?
Not from this view. I like it from the player's view, but this is pretty crazy in here.
But you've done this over and over again. I've seen you at Radio Row many times. Are you crazy?
I am crazy, believe me. I keep saying I'm not going to do this anymore.
Your first Super Bowl team that did win was a team that kind of came out of nowhere. A lot of people didn't know quite much about it. You had the big win against the Cowboys earlier that year. Was that the most satisfying win of the ones you had or you were involved with?
You know, they all were a little different. You know, I think you look at the first one, and you know, it obviously was the first experience at it, and a team that really wasn't expected to go there, as you said. And I don't want to say we snuck up on people because we had a pretty good season to begin with, and then the next one when you play at home, you know, playing the Dolphins and Danny, and we had a pretty good game on both sides of the ball. And next thing you know, you're coming down and playing Cincinnati and my old quarterback coach Sam Weich, and we have a great ending, and then you have a blowout in the next one. So they all have a little different meaning, but the first one's kind of special because that first time you step on the field is the yays and the boos kind of meet at the 50-yard line. That's kind of funny.
This year, I think it's only the fourth time in history, Joe, that a pair of winning Super Bowl quarterbacks are actually matched up against each other. Warner for the Cardinals and Roethlisberger for the Steelers. Do you cross a threshold once you've won one? Did it change your life to win one?
Well, I think it changes initially how people look at you, but the thing is, you have to continue to be able to play at that level, and then that's what both of these guys have done so far. You know, Ben's been able to manage his team and understand really what it takes to win, because each organization and each team has a different makeup and a different character, and being able to figure out what you can do and can't do and have the freedom to do really can be detrimental to the team effort.
Should quarterbacks be measured by championship rings?
I think it's kind of hard to do that. When you look at it, there's one every year, only one.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, some of the guys don't get an opportunity to get back there. And sometimes you get on a team that's not very good. And look at San Francisco. It's going to be a long time. It's been a long time. But still, it's going to be a while till they can get that thing turned around. And coming in there as a quarterback, you know, it's just a long shot to get in there.
Joe Warner has had that great success early in his career. Then he had a lull, and here he's back. Let's take a guy like Tony Romo of the Cowboys. Great success early, and then he kind of had a bad patch at the end of the season. What advice would you give a young quarterback like that?
Well, first of all, you don't let your wide receivers influence things that you do, especially ones that have issues catching the ball on occasion. But the hard part is you just got to fight through those years. I mean, I can go back and look at in between some of those Super Bowls. There was some pretty rough times for myself, and it's just be able to fight those ups and downs, because, you know, when you make it this far, for these two teams, they got a shorter offseason than everybody else. Trying to get back to that. And, you know, you lose a little bit. And there's so many things that play into, you know, how well you can play, and you don't want to kill yourself by, you know, putting the whole burden on you. So you have to learn that it's a team effort out there, and you don't have to win the game by yourself. Especially with him, he's got enough weapons out there himself to be able to not have to try to control the game by himself.